a damaging spell. We want to use as much time to reduce the time that we're not casting damaging spells as much as possible. Glyph of Shadow Bolt, reduce the mana cost of your Shadow Bolt by 15%. A nice big damage increase because basically the less mana we need to refresh via life tap, the more damaging spells we can cast. So we're going to be filling our space with Shadow Bolt. That's going to be 15% reduction on mana, so we can fit in more Shadow Bolts before we have to think about life tapping. Glyph of Drained Soul is the only minor glyph I picked up. It was the only one necessary. The rest of them are not worried about DPS increases. There just isn't any. Just restores 10% of your total mana after you kill a target that yields experience or honor. So while we're killing trash and it's below 25%, we can stick our Drained Soul on, maybe get 1 or 2 ticks off on it, and then refresh our mana so we're good to go in the next pack again. Okay, guys, that's all you need to worry about is Affliction. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into Heroic. Should be great. We're going to have our Demon flying around. Hope you check it out. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? We have had a hell of a day trying to record something for our Warlock today. Just to let you know, this is the 4th dungeon we've been in that hasn't collapsed. Well, we don't know if it's going to collapse yet. We've just walked through the door. 4th dungeon we've been in today. Been a hell of a time. Really has been a hell of a time. But anyway, let's crack on. What we're doing as soon as we walk into a dungeon, boom, Fell Armor on. That is a nice big fat spellbound buff. Make sure your Soul Link is activated, so you've linked yourself with your pet, so you're taking less damage. And the final thing we have to do is we have to pick where in the hell is our Dark Intent going to go. It's a buff that we put on others that gives us a haste buff. We're going to go with the Death Knight for now. So off we go. First of all, let's fire off a nice big fatty Seed of Corruption. Fire on our dots. Spread our Jinx. Then we're going to throw a big fat Soul Swap onto some of the mobs and then fire off more dots. This is Affliction at its best, guys. Just throw dots absolutely everywhere. Affliction does, unfortunately, suffer a little bit on the DPS of trash. It's unfortunate, but that is just the way of things. Not much we can do on that. Make sure our dots are ticking everywhere. Corruption, Unstable Affliction, no Corruption, Unstable Affliction. Throw on your Haunt. And this is all the AoE DPSs for me, really. Nice 15, 16k DPS here. Just throw that out. Keep your dots going. Use your Seed of Corruption empowered with your Burn Soul. Your Soul Burn, just to get that Corruption on, as we said, from our talents, okay? Dead easy stuff. Top up your mana as you're moving on. Start pre-casting until our tank gets there. Our dots don't do any sort of like heavy impact damage, so it's not really a problem for us to pre-dot. Get your dots on, and then we're going to Soul Swap onto the other target, as we said. And now we're just going to DPS. Throw on our Haunt. Really, really easy stuff, guys. Really easy. Okay, so this is your basic DPS layout. Once you've got your dots on, just all you want to do is refresh Haunt. As soon as Haunt's off cooldown, Haunt gives us that big damage over time buff, doesn't it? So Haunt is the absolute balls to the wall. If we've got 2 targets, we're going to go ahead and Soul Swap all the dots onto the other target. So we're cleaving down. We're DPSing 2 targets at once. Really nice. So we want to keep our Haunt on as best as we can. So again, we're going to Soul Burn on a big Seed of Corruption. So that's going to dot everything for us. Get our Haunt on. Once we've got all our dots ticking away there. Nice Curse of Agony. Soul Swap him. And then just go ahead and throw dots on every other target. Really nicely done. Keep our Haunt on cooldown. Fill in with some Shadow Bolts. Just tracking dots on all the targets. Make sure your dots are ticking away nicely. That's all we need to be doing. You might think, oh, do I need a special mod for this? As you can see, I'm not. I'm just watching. If a dot's falling off one target, guys, likelihood is it's falling off another target as well, okay? It really is as simple as that. That is just the basic gist of the situation. If your dot's falling off one target, say Unstable Affliction fell off your target that you dotted, more than likely, it's fallen off on the other one. Really is as easy as that. So an empowered Seed of Corruption to dot everything. Throw in our Curse of Elements, Soul Swap to something else. Use Nightfall when it procs, and then just throw dots on absolutely everything else. When your Haunt's back up, refresh Haunt. And just keep those dots ticking away. Really nice. Just cycle through them. See where we're at. Because you've got Corruption and everything, you're going to get some really nice Nightfall procs. Okay? Really good. Use your Fellfire. Or your Shadow Flame, sorry. Just to keep the dots, just to add another dot to them. Remember, your Shadow Flame is a shadow dot as well. So if you're in melee range, don't go out of your way to cast it by any means. But if you just want to add an extra dot on there, go ahead. It is a DPS increase. Empower that. Oh, you stunned me, you swine. stunning me. Again, empowered Seed of Corruption. Just start everything up, make sure all your dots are on. Soul swap. Swap that to another mob. And then just fire the dots off everywhere. Use Haunt when it's back off cooldown. And just keep the dots ticking away nice. And while you're casting, you see you have time while you're casting, guys. So just go ahead and just check your mobs. Just click around while you're casting. It's no problem. It's no big beef. We suffer a little bit on trash DPS. I always like to be quite heavy on trash DPS. I think it's important to be good on trash DPS. But we're not going to QQ over it. There we go. Down they go. Moving on, as you can see, our DPS is nice. I mean, you know the gear this guy's packing. We weren't going to inspect anybody yet. We'll check him out later. This one we're just going to delay it until he spawns all his mobs. Then we're going to fire off our big Seed of Corruption. So we get all that dots on. Soul swap to something else. Oh, our feral druid friend has just swiped everything down before we even had a chance to have a corruption tick. Well, fair play to him. I do the same thing. I'm not going to lie. Keep our dots running. Watching for Haunt to come back. Haunt's back up. Stable Affliction running out. Agony down. We're below 25%. Let's drop off a Drain Soul. Just see if we can get some extra nice big fat ticks. See, 33k crits is what you're getting off your Drain Soul at this level. Really, really nice. Just keep moving on. As you can see, we're doing 16k trash DPS. Nothing wrong with that. No one's going to complain. You remember the gear of this Warlock is so low, guys. He's really low. If he did not have an alchemy trinket, he'd be no chance of getting into a dungeon like this. So he's well below what you guys could probably get into a dungeon with. You're probably going to have a lot more gear than my guy. So as you can see, my guy, even on a class that's not particularly great on trash DPS, we're still pulling out some nice, steady damage. See if we can get any nice empowered corruption off. Get a soul slot going onto the other Cloud Prince that's going to last us a while. Keep the Haunt going and do some big cleave damage. That's all we're after. Nothing special. Nothing difficult about this at all. Check the other Cloud Prince. He's okay. Haunt's running off. Check him again. The Stable Affliction's about to run. Refresh that. And now we're going to swap full-time DPS to the other one because the other one's about to die. Really easy. Haunt's running out. Stick on Haunt again. Bane of Agony's down. There you go, a nice 20k DPS. We didn't cheese our DPS by any means at all there. Just did it's nice and simple. And all you're doing is you're keeping your dots on. Use Haunt on cooldown and Shadow Bolt in between. Really easy. Nightfall procs, all good. Try and fit in as many Shadow Bolts as you can in between. Refresh this dot so you can get a Drain Soul off. Come the health, come the DPS. And again, we're top of the DPS. So have a quick look while we get up to the boss. What are we against? Almost full epic geared Feral Druid. And a nice blue Death Knight. Nothing unusual about that. Couple of epics, nothing special. Certainly about a similar sort of level to us. Oh, you can see the DPS difference. 5k from our DK, 17k from us. So, this boss, what trickery can we use here to buff our damage? Well, we're still going to open with the Shadow Bolt, but we're going to abuse our Demon Teleport here to move in and out when we have to. Okay, tank's going. Fire off the Shadow Bolt. Use your 2 casted spells. Run in while it's casting. Alright, it's a long boss this, so we're going to use our Demon Soul to buff our dot damage nice and early. Demon Soul is your major DPS cooldown, guys. It buffs all your dot damage. Off we go. We've got no trinkets to watch for or anything like that, so we're just going to keep our dots ticking. And then there you go. See the way we teleported out so we can keep our DPS going? Really nice. Don't have to worry about moving or anything like that. We've got a lot of damage reduction. Oh, we wish we had some sort of reduction for this. Oh, come on. Moving back in. Haunt off cooldown. Haunt again. Really easy. Sort of worried about my pet here, guys. This is where that talent for watching your pet damage would have been really nice, but we haven't got it today, so not an issue. Teleports back off cooldown. Nicely in time. Boom. Teleported out. So what we're going to do, our pet is going to die. See, our pet's going to die. We could pull him out. I'm not really interested in that. We're actually going to go super awesome and fire off a Doomguard. Doomguard is a big 10-minute cooldown, guys, but it's so much damage. It's really, really nice. Use your Doomguard whenever you can. Really let that bad boy fly. Going to give you a nice, big damage boost. Haunt off, back on. Bane of Doom on. teleport back out, and just continue to DPS. You see what we're doing? So easy. Our Doomguard's going to run out after 45 seconds, in which case we're going to just simply throw on our Demon Soul, our Soul Burn, should I say. And our Soul Burn's going to allow us to just refresh instantly our Fell Hunter for the rest of the fight. We've got 19 seconds so we can use our big Demon Soul cooldown again. So we're going to wait till our Doomguard disappears. There he goes, the lad. Boom, Fell Hunter back. And off he goes. So we're at 20%, 2%, fire off our Soul Swap, our Soul Burn, and start letting our Drain Soul do all the damage for us. We've got some deaths going on, our healer's struggling a little bit. No problem. Keep Drain Souling. Come on, the Drain Soul. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom DPS. Nom nom. Haunts back off. Give it some of that. Fire off our Bane of Doom again. Keep sucking the life. Oh, teleport. No catching me, son. Die, baby. I'm not going to get this haunt off, am I? Oh, unlucky. Okay, so what did we see from there? Certainly, definitely a ranged favoured fight. Not going to deny that whatsoever. Oh, so slow, little Ramon. I love having a Spanish Fell Hunter. He's so awesome. Ramon is the win. Strength neck. But we did more DPS than our epic geared Feral Druid in our 3-3-4 Warlock. How good is that? That's awesome, isn't it? It's absolutely awesome. If you're wondering why the item levels changed between when we did the description of the class video and now, that is simply because I've been in 4 heroics to get to just this run. Hopefully this run is going to be fine. I really do hope so. But in those 4 heroics, I did manage to pick up a healer necklace, which was awesome. A nice spirit necklace that nobody else wanted. So I picked it up because it was a huge upgrade on the 316 neck I had, but as you've seen, we're still very, very low on item level in comparison to our other competitive DPS in here, Feral Druid in full epic gear. So we've come in our very blue-green Warlock, and we're still doing as much damage as that. So, waiting for the party to get together. Come on, ladies. I'm going to throw out a portal in case we get a hurricane over us. And what we're doing here, wait till they're all gathered. Then we're going to throw on our big soul-burned Seed of Corruption, so the corruption spreads everywhere. Spread our dots. That's all we're doing from now, is just spread our dots around. I'm not having fun here with these hurricanes. Nightfall proc in between. Keep our haunt going. More nightfalls, and just spread our damage around after that. Keep our corruptions ticking. Keep all our dots ticking away. There's our haunt. Stick it on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mob's about to die. Stick a Drain Soul. We haven't got many dots on, but there's no point in refreshing dots on a target that low. It's absolutely pointless. I've got a feeling our DK friend isn't quite as practiced as we would like. Let's see if he's part of a team. He's from a guild called Freedom. Nope. Nope. What we do have is the healer and the tanker from the same guild. That's okay. Refresh our health with Soul Harvest while our healer friend reses our DK for the second time this run. Start casting our Shadow Bolt. Get our Jinx going. Haunts. And then, because it's 2 mobs, we're going to Soul Swap. Remember, with Soul Swap is our cleave, so we've got dots ticking on both targets. Really good talent. Nightfalls. Oh, yeah. And all we're going to do is, when we're casting Shadow Bolts, is we're just going to check the other mob, see how the dots are doing. Need to re-haunt there, and after that, we're just going to Unstable Affliction this one as well. Really easy. You can see we use Bane of Agony in these situations because Bane of Agony can be soul swapped, whereas Bane of Doom can't be soul swapped. Okay, guys? Really simple to understand idea is Bane of Doom can't be swapped to other targets. See if we can get the pre-pull going. We've got a pretty decent tank here, it looks like. Get our dots on. This one's going